Hey everybody, it's Big E again. I want to bring you this new watch I just got. It's a Mathey-Tissot, and it's a Swiss-made watch, and it comes in this beautiful box. And I just wanted to show you the box and the script because this watch has some history. It has a 130-year history, and the box is on par with a lot of boxes that are a lot more expensive. You get a warranty card in here, international warranty card, and Mathey-Tissot been in business since 1886. Now, everybody heard of this part right here, the Tissot, but the Mathey part is Sir Edmund Mathey. He married into Tissot and started his own watch company called Mathey-Tissot. So it's a different company than just Tissot. It's Mathey-Tissot, separate company. Okay, now here's the watch in question. This is a Type 21 watch, and it's a Flieger watch or pilot watch. I really like this watch, and I really like pilot watches because they're bigger, they're easy to read, and they're simple in design. Now, just to let you know that these people have some kind of pedigree, Mathey-Tissot made these pilot watches right alongside of the big heavy hitters, the Zenith and the Breguet, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Sin, Tag Heuer, Longines, Movado, IWC, Ulysses Nardin, Baume & Mercier, and also Tissot. So a lot of these companies, including Vacheron Constantin, came to this guy, Sir Edmund Mathey-Tissot, to get his work and to purchase his movements and put it in their watches. And he also assembled watches for those guys, fully cased up watches. So these guys got a 130-year history. So let's just get that out of the way right now. They know what they're doing when it comes to watches because they made watches for all the biggest respected brands. Okay, now let's get into this watch. This watch is a 42mm case. It has a 20mm lug, 20mm lug width, and the lug to lug is even 50. I like this watch's case. It's a different case. It's unique. It's satin brushed on the side, but it also has this engraving for 1886. That's the year that they started. So they got a rich history. Now let's start from the top and go to the bottom. This watch has a AR coated sapphire crystal. It has a steel non-rotating pilot's bezel with a 60-minute timer. Now, if you take a close look at the dial is a kind of a charcoal black. It's not a flat black, and it's not a shiny black. It's kind of like almost like a deep charcoal black. And then you have on this particular model, you have the vintage style loom, which is supposed to mimic a patina after older watch patinas. I like the Dauphine style markers and the syringe style hands. Now on the second hand, you got a little arrow, and that arrow is has superluminova on there, so that's pretty cool. The watch has a nice crown with nice knurling. It has a sign crown, and it also has an exhibition back. Now, before we take the look at the back, let's look at the clasp. It has a milled clasp. It has a signed buckle tang right there. And it has a solid bracelet with solid end links. And it has 4 adjust holes here and 2 adjust holes on this part of the clasp. So you got a lot of adjustability, and you have a half link here and you have a half link here. So you're going to be able to get a pretty good fit. Now moving along to the back, you have a mineral crystal back. It's not sapphire in the back, but you have a SW200 movement up under there. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill SW200. This is a chronometer SW200. And if you look right there, you'll see it's a chronometer. Let me see if I can get a close-up on that. Right there. Now, if you look at the movement, you got a lot of perlage work on the bridges and the plates. And then on the sign rotor, you got the Côte de Genève. Then you have the airplane printing on here, and it also says Type 21. So right up underneath right here, you have Type 21. Now, you have a screw down case, and I'm going to hold the balance wheel for a second, and let's take a look at the balance spring. This has an anti-magnetic silicone hairspring in there, and if you look at the balance wheel, let me see if I can get a close-up on there, you'll see that that's a chronometer spec balance wheel. So this is a chronometer, as it states on the back. Now it only has 50 meters of water resistance, so it's not a swimmer. You can get it wet and all that, but it's not nothing you want to go diving with, because you don't have a screw down crown. But it is 50 meters water resistant, so it'll resist splashes and stuff like that, and that's going to be no problem. But this watch has a beautifully finished case. It has polished links in the middle, and then satin links on the outside, which is nice. And then you have a satin case. Now remember, these watches are tool watches. They were not created to be a jewelry piece. These were actually created to be a tool watch. So they have very good lume, and it also has an instantaneous date change. That's another thing that's nice, and that's on a white background with black printing. Now, you have the E up here for Edmund, then his last name, Mathey-Tissot and Company. Then right down here in script, you got the word automatic. Now you got 12, 3, 6, and 9. Arabic hands, and then the loom markers are surrounded with a chrome surround as well as the hands. And you also have a chrome surrounding the syringe hands, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm going to charge this up, and I'm going to kill the lights so you can look at the Super Luminova loom. That's the loom on there. The loom is killer. It's really nice. Now, this brand gives you a lot of bang for buck because this watch only comes in at $335 to about $400 on Jomo Shop, depending on if you're getting a sale or not. I paid $335 for it, so you get excellent value for it. And the watch has a nice heft to it. It's 316 steel. It's anti-magnetic. It has a unique case, and then it has the engraving on there. It has a pretty standard lug-to-lug at 50, and a nice slim profile that'll fit under a jacket cuff. Now let's try it on and see what it looks like. That's what it looks like on the wrist. That looks really good. So this brand doesn't have any affiliation with Tissot other than the family name. But this is a totally separate company. So you get a lot of bang for your buck with the chronometer, movement, SW200, the instantaneous date change, the sapphire, domed crystal, the Super Luminova, the signed case, the exhibition back, and then you get the milk clasp, and you get a decent amount of adjustability. So on this watch, this is definitely a keeper. This is my personal watch. This isn't something that I'm just reviewing for y'all. This is my actual personal watch, my newest member to my collection. So I'm going to be wearing this for a while, and then I'll do a long-term update on how it kept the time and all that. But right now, it's just a beautiful thing. I like a Flieger watch. I like Type 21 watches, and this one is right up there with how much I like Omegas and Breguets. So if you get a chance, check this one out. It's a lot of bang for the buck, and I don't know how you can really beat this for $335, given that it's a chronometer and given that it's has Super Luminova, instantaneous date change, 38-hour power reserve, and 4 hertz movement. So, won't you leave a comment? This is the only one of these I've seen online for review. So leave a comment and please subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later, and it's going to be more reviews coming. My name is Big E. I'm out, and God bless you guys. And thank you kindly for all your love. Have a good one.